mission has always been to explore the kosher heritage of American Jewry, what we are, what we represent. A Memphis Jew, a Minnesota Jew, we're in New York. There's a lot of different angles of heritage and Americana at play. Today, we get to really delve deep, and I mean scientifically deep, because we are at the Museum of Jewish Heritage in Battery Park. John, what do you consider when you think about Jewish heritage? Like, what are you thinking?
Bagels and lox.
Straight to the core of the stomach heart. Where are we? We are
At Lox in the Jewish Heritage Museum in Battery Park, Manhattan.
Manhattan? Manhattan? We grew up in America, and everything is bagels and lox. It's your bris, it's your shiva. If you cannot comprehend that this is so part of Jewish American lifestyle, beginning to end, that is the compass here. When you're born, they eat this, and when you die, they eat this. And in between, you do it too. There's plenty fetching abound, but this is a place that's using that as the palette to educate the heritage. I feel Jewish just sitting here. This salmon, right? Where did the salmon come from? You could taste it in the bite. This is different than your lox and bagels. This is an homage to curing salmon craft. Borscht is a beet soup that's generally served cold. You cannot think of heritage of our families 100+ years ago living in that era. This beets are what you ate, what you grew, what you had. And it's very definitive what it is. And if you get borscht, it's served with the cream on top. We got to witness Judd really making a beautiful job of pouring it there. Borscht, you add the cream to kind of give it some heft. But here, since the basic broth is almost juice, but a little different, and these vegetables are perfect in there. That's delicious. That is clean. I would eat that all the time if I needed to just feel
upbeat.
Ha Judge up. They have their signature sandwich. A little bit of chopped the herring. This is the ginger pickle.
Lox. Yeah.
Lox. A beautiful challah that they're making in-house. And when I tell you can feel the heft and the texture on the challah is important. And farmer's cheese. We're very excited because you can see the cheese is different. The strata is different. There's texture. And this is beautiful. There's so much Judaism going on in there. It has the onion, the herring. If the only way that Judd and I can really understand our culture is through the practice of eating, this is a highly religious act for us. Because this is really every single kind of Jewish experience in the, normal American perspective is going to include elements of all these flavors. I got my challahs, I got my lox. And I got my herring, and the farmer's cheese is really delightful because it doesn't have that sweet that the other cream cheese has, and the texture is different. It's heavier. I think we called these blinchkis something like that. There's farmer's cheese inside, the apricot jelly, and then the lemon zest. So I'm using my fingers, and I'm gonna dip and doink. And this is, honestly, we have holidays where we eat cheese blintzes. This is that version of it for a whole part of the world. Oh, it's so good with the cheese.
I can eat 1,000 of these.
Okay, so I think we found our classiest stoner bite in the whole trip. These are, I don't need anything else on the menu, dude.
Oh my God.
That is magnificent. Tuna bracciola. It is an air-dried mountain meat, and you take the tuna and you cure it to get all the moisture out, and then you dry it for 3 months. And what happens is those aminos and those salts, they play with each other, and it turns into something totally different. Judd would describe it also very definitively, but very differently. We would describe it as what?
Jerky.
Like a jerky, yeah. Just smoked tuna jerky, and again, that butter challah signature. That's a meaty protein sandwich. There's so many things that happen to fish as it can cure, and proteins as it can cure. And to be able to curate it in the right way, you have to have experience. And this is a perfectly executed dish. This is a perfectly executed product. It's 4 ingredients. What it is, out of this world. If you want to talk about how Jews influence breakfast dining in America, if you say challah to anybody, the first thing you're going to know if you don't know Judaism is challah French toast, because it's the best freaking way to make any French toast. You go to any French toast gangster joint, it's probably going to be a specialty baked challah for that French toast. It's the right kind of eggy, it's the right kind of strata, and the real secret to French toast, it's supposed to be custardy on the inside. And we know we're going to get it here. There's lime zest, there's stuff on top, there's beautiful supremes. I'm going to hit this hard because I'm a French toast kind of gangster. I'm going to boop and a boop, and I'm going to just a little grapefruit.
The double boop's never been done before.
This is the thickest cut French toast, akin to kind of like a meaty steak. Because if you're coming here in the morning like Judd and I do, and we want a big fat plate of French toast, you got a meaty steak of bread, it's got the custard on the inside. But there are very specific flavors infused in that whole setup. Challah French toast is everywhere. That's such a highlight of the stories we tell. We have influenced American dining culture to effectively change the bread they've used for 100 years, that now everybody's got challah French toast. It's the right texture. This is a fantastic French toast. The Heritage Museum here is an experience to itself. But when we walked in and we ate here and we got to experience the heritage, it's not just, oh, it's familiarity. It's done in a 5-star, 5-class kind of way. You are not just in some random museum experiencing some heritage. You are in the Jewish Museum doing Jewish heritage, and we're gonna treat you right, and we're gonna take care, and everything's gonna be up tippy top. This is a classy place, very unassuming. This has been Lox at the Jewish Heritage Museum, Battery Park, Manhattan. To explore our heritage at a museum of heritage, but to be able to explore it to food is pretty much all we know, right? That's what we do, that's our thing.
Second time.
Second time!
Oh,